Hello everyone, this is Linda Cameron Byer coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. I am going to be making for you today this wonderful, fabulous dish that my castmates of quite a few shows have dubbed Nibbles of Heaven. We kind of had a running contest to see who could come up with the best name, and the second somebody said Nibbles of Heaven, I said, okay, that's it. So the first thing that we want for this is Philadelphia brand cream cheese. This one is the chive and onion, and it's got a wonderful, great flavor that is going to add the inside portion of the nibble. I am going to add a little bit more green onion just to heighten up that zing factor a little bit, because you know how much I like my zing. Other great portions of this, we've got some pear, some wonderful pear. We've got some green apple, and got some pecans, beautiful, lovely pecans. We've got some feta cheese, and the, what is that flavor that you're going to taste in it? And people are going to want to ask you, what is that? Is a little tiny bit of cardamom. You don't want to put too much in there, because if you put too much, that's all they're going to taste. But just that little bit gives it that, I've never tasted this before, what is that? Now comes the yummy part. We are going to make this filling. I didn't mention it before, but this is actually a little tiny pastry, puff pastry, filled with wonderful, creamy, fruity, fabulous mixture, and that is how you get Nibbles of Heaven. Now, the filling is the part that I'm compiling right now, and that is one yummy tub of my Philadelphia cream cheese, whoop, loud noise, the chive and onion, and then I'm going to add that little bit of extra green onion in there that I just chopped up, and then I've got my wonderful pears that I told you about, and go ahead, that lemon juice that's in there, it's really, the flavor is so little bit of it that you're not gonna taste it in the final product. So go ahead and dump that whole thing in, lemon juice and all. It is split between the one apple and one pear is one lemon, so basically a half of a lemon per. And be mindful of your pits in the lemon, because you definitely don't want somebody biting down on a wonderful nibble of heaven and getting the pits, because that would just be very sad. So I've then got half a cup of feta cheese crumbles, and there's some very large pieces in here, so I've kind of crumbled it down, but whoop, on the floor. I'll get it in a minute. So I'm just getting all of that, put that in there, and I'm going to wipe my hands off. Now I've got just a little bit of your cardamom in there, actually a little bit more than that. It's almost 1/8 of a teaspoon, but not quite. So if you just pinch it out, I'd say 3 good pinches is good. And then a nice healthy pinch of black pepper, which is always good. You don't need salt in this because this has feta cheese in it, which is already salty, so you don't need to do that. Now the next thing I need to do, I've got my lovely pecans that I am going to chop up nice and small, and then I'm just going to mix the whole thing together. So I'll show you the puff pastry next, okay? Come back. And now comes my favorite part. No, I'm kidding. So this is puff pastry, and I love puff pastry. And the reason I love puff pastry is because I don't have to make it. I can buy it frozen in my freezer department, and you don't have to do what I'm doing, which is roll it out thinner. You can actually just unfold it and do the next step, but I like it a little bit thinner, just because I'm that way. So my husband has decided there's just no cause to worry about it, because and you know what I did? I did something that a lot of people have done, so I'm just going to let you see what I did. I forgot to flour my fabulous rolling pin. So I'm going to go ahead and flour my fabulous rolling pin, because that will mean that, look, it doesn't really stick. It only sort of kind of sticks, not too bad. But you don't want to put too much flour on it, and you definitely don't want to do that. So I think I'll move that. We're just going to flour a little bit more. I'm going to get it going this way, and just so that I don't lose my other prop, I'm going to go It's very pretty, but I think that you at this point realize that I am actually making a recipe with Philadelphia cream cheese. At least I hope you do. So I'm rolling this out. tender-ish with it, but not too bad. It's pretty easy stuff. Get a little bit more flour. A little more flour on there, a little more flour on here. Roll this out, and well, I'm just going to have to pick that up and wash that off, but that's not a big thing. You can see all I'm doing is getting this nice and big. It's going to be a little bit rustic, and that's fine. I'm going to go get that lost cookie cutter and wash it off, and then I'll show you how I cut this up, put it into muffin tins, and they're just these perfect little rustic nibbles of heaven. So I'll be back in a second once I wash my cookie cutter. I'm tempting fate, but I'm going to do it again. Now, clean cookie cutter, floured cookie cutter, both good things. All I'm going to do, I've dunked my cookie cutter in the flour just so it doesn't stick, and I just put that into the dough, and I pull that out, and I take this and I go boop. And we are going to use my other favorite thing in the whole wide world, which is, well, not really, but you know, it's one of the things I really like, and that is one of these things, a scoop. I use it for cookies, I use it for fillings, and alright, as you can see, I've got most of the pan done, and it's just scoop and put it in. It's a little teeny scoop. I'm not sure, I would say it's probably about, what, a 1-inch scoop or so. And I just take and I fill it, and then I look at it and I say, that one needs a little bit more. Because it is a chunky filling, you'll definitely get some that you put in what you think is a scoop, and it will be half a scoop. Or you put in what you think is a scoop, and it will be 2.5 scoops. So you just have to kind of gauge. They're not going to be perfect. Again, it's kind of got this lovely little rustic charm. Picking it up, I've let it cool down just enough so I don't blister my fingers, but I have not let it cool down enough that they're cold, because these are wonderful, yummy, hot little appetizers, and you want them hot. They're good cold, but they're not Nibbles of Heaven when they're cold. And trust me, you will want to do a few pans of these, because you will find there will be the first thing gone at the party. I'm trying to fit them all in, and I might not be able to do that. I might have 2 extra. And you know, I never seem to get to taste my own stuff. I don't know how that manages to happen, but I do. I never get to taste my own stuff. So I think I might just have to taste my own stuff this time. Now this is what it looks like. We've got your lovely, wonderful Nibbles of Heaven. I've got some pears surrounding it just for fun. You can do whatever you want to do with it, whatever suits your needs. These are just lovely. And let's see. I'll go ahead and get one out. We'll set it right there. And I am going to have, oh, he's making the motions like he wants to try it, but I get this one. Okay, well, here's the first one.
Oh my.
I really think that if you try these, you will understand why they are called Nibbles of Heaven. I hope you have had fun watching this. I hope you have had half as much fun as I have in making this for you. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. I'm Linda Cameron Byer from Nashville, Tennessee. And please pay attention to Red Cross if you want, and you can text 90999 to Red Cross to help with Nashville flood victims. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.